do you think about AI in the recruitment process and the selection process? Do you think that's the future? Do you think that's going to happen this year?
I think that's the future. I do, and I think that AI will have a big role in online recruitment and recruitment overall. I don't see it happening on a big scale this year. There's been quite a few attempts at this with like an AI for triage of CVs. There are some pitfalls about that as well. I mean, so the thing with AI is that you need to have a very diverse data set for training. So you don't want to have a data set that could actually teach an AI to be biased. So for instance, if your training material for the AI consists of 70% males and 30% females, then the AI is probably going to learn that it's an advantage to be male. So you need to be really, really careful when training that type of AIs. And a lot of big companies have tried it. Some might have succeeded, but some rather big companies have failed miserably. So I do see this as something widely used in the future, but there are some pitfalls and dangers revolving this right now that needs to be overcome before it gets widely adopted. Yeah.
So you mentioned biases. Can you give us some more examples of how AI can be biased?
Well, it's the normal pitfalls with training AI. So for instance, the HR AI is just one example with females and males, but there are other things that could also come into account with training materials. So for instance, if your training materials says that the ones who got hired, most of them play soccer because, well, they're male. That could also mean that another one competent person doesn't get selected because he doesn't specify he plays soccer. So that was one of the things, like another example in how important it is to have a very diverse material for training your AI. But this is not just the case for training an HR AI. This is the case for training an AI for pretty much everything. So like you can train your AI to recognize tulips, and your training material contains tulips and dogs. But all of your tulips contains picture is a picture with the sky as the background. Then that could be something that the AI learns, that if this is in the picture, then this is a tulip. So then you feed it with an image of a dog and you have a blue background, it could actually classify that as a tulip. So training and evaluating your training data is very essential when it comes to AI generally. And when it has such a high impact as it could possibly have, when you have an HR AI to select potential candidates for a job, then we need to be 200% certain that we have correct training data and the validations are, we feel safe with them. Yeah.